Joining me are San Diego City Councilman David Alvarez and Executive Director of the Water Reliability Coalition, Lani Lutar. And David, I understand that the average bill of a typical single-family home in San Diego would increase from $70.81 to $77.25 on January 1st and up to $82.33 on July 1st if this measure gets approved, I should say, if this plan gets approved. Why are you opposed to this kind of increase? Why are you opposed to this plan?
Well, and I think the figures that you just gave are probably for the low water users. You know, for those who are in the other tiers, they will see a different increase. At the end of the day, it's a 17% increase in less than 1 year. That's a big jump. And it's about a 40% increase over the next 5 years. That is really, really drastic, and it's a difficult one. This is a difficult choice to make for sure. Now, what we need to focus on is making sure that we continue to incentivize those who are conserving, those who are not being wasteful. And there are a lot of San Diegans, and they're out there, who have said, I've done everything I possibly can. Let's not see the water rates increase for those, but those who are being excessive in their water use.
And I want to come back to that, but first I want to ask Lani, one of the reasons for this proposed rate increase is a long-term investment in our region's water autonomy. Why is water autonomy important?
Well, San Diego has a lot of water that we import from up north, and that imported water is very costly. It's also not environmentally sensitive. The city of San Diego is proposing to make an infrastructure investment with this upcoming rate increase, which would pay for Pure Water San Diego, which will ultimately provide up to 1/3 of the city's water supply. This would be locally controlled and drought-proof, and it's also supported by every major environmental organization in San Diego.
Well, critics, and including David Alvarez, says that this rate increase unfairly punishes people who have been conserving water. You've conserved water, you've done your job, and now your bill's going to go up. What's your response?
Well, unfortunately, we can't control weather situations. We've been in a drought for a long time, and the governor's mandate, I think, was unanticipated by many. We don't have control over that. What we do have control over is ensuring that when future droughts come, that San Diego is prepared. We want to make sure that we continue to invest in the infrastructure and make sure that we don't see the same type of water main breaks and sewer spills that the city used to see at a highly excessive rate not that long ago. We don't want to go back to those days. We want to continue those investments in infrastructure, which is the most important and responsible thing that the City Council can do.
So, David, what would you like to see instead of this plan?
Yeah, I've been saying this now for a couple of months publicly. I shared it with the mayor privately in addition, where we need to ensure that we have a pricing structure that continues to incentivize those who aren't being wasteful with their water. You know, I look at the issue with the chargers, which everybody knows what's been going on with that. The mayor is touting the support from the governor, saying, you know, he's behind us on this. We need to be going to the governor and saying, hey, this is not right. We need to change the way state law works. We need to continue to incentivize those who are being very watchful about the water that they use, and those who are treating water as a luxury and they're wasteful, in my mind. They should be paying for those very expensive costs that Lani identified. Yes, it's very costly to bring water from so far away to our infrastructure system. So let's make sure the people that are being wasteful, those are being cognizant of what this means, have them pay for it. That's the tier structure that would make sense.
Unfortunately, we are out of time. City Councilman David Alvarez and Lani Lutar, thank you so much. And I want to let folks know, though, that the public hearing on the water rate increase plan is tomorrow, November 17th at 10 a.m. at Council Chambers in the City Administration Building downtown. We've got more information at kpbs.org.